Hi, it's Sylvie Stewart with the Elevation Home Sales Team at Realty One Group Mountain Desert. And today I have the privilege to introduce you to Karen Wrolson. And she is with Excited, and it's a new business in town that I wanted to introduce you to because I think it brings so much value and it's something you're really going to want to hear about. So Karen, nice to join you today.
Nice to meet you, Sylvie.
So tell me a little bit about your company.
Sure. Excited is a company that provides two primary services. One is customized presentations to businesses and or not-for-profits. The other is coaching, life coaching, and I specialize in parenting and in people going through difficult transitions in their life.
That's so great. I think there's so many people that can benefit from that. So tell me a little bit about your educational background.
Well, I have a master's in counseling, so I've been a counselor for 30 plus years, and I have a master's in education. And I like that degree because so many people have difficulty with the education system. If they have a young person who's rebellious or angry or failing, I can also help with that then too.
I read some of your testimonies online and they were really, really powerful. So,
thank you.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your professional background because that was pretty impressive too.
Well, I have a specialty in working with at-risk teenagers. So I have designed two schools, one a private and one a public school for at-risk teenagers. And it's a huge deal to create a school like that, and they were very successful. They went from a graduation rate of 40 to 50% to 80%.
Wow.
So here these kids were on the verge of dropping out, but to be able to connect with them is the secret. So I created those two schools. I've also been a counselor throughout those years and worked with a variety of clientele. And then of course I've had my business Excited, and I've done presentations from anywhere from 10 to 1,000 people throughout those 30 years.
That's really, really cool.
Thanks.
And so tell me a little bit, can you give me some examples of presentations that you have?
Sure. And let me start also by saying when someone is interested in having a presentation, what I do is I would sit down with them and I would say, what is it you want the people that attend to say, to feel, to think when they're walking out the door? And I will make that happen, and I do. So I've worked with people who had maybe trouble among their staff getting along, or maybe they had lost their passion for service. Maybe they were disgruntled, or maybe they needed diversity training. I've also worked on mission statements. So it's a huge gamut of things that I've presented on, but the important thing to me is making sure I meet the goals of whoever has hired me.
Sounds like it's really customized, and that's
it is.
So important.
Everyone is different.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So tell me a little bit about some of the issues that you have experience with and that you specialize in assisting with.
I do specialize in parenting, and especially teenagers, but also I've worked with young people, with children from the ages of 2 and up. I think that parenting is a lost art, and there's just some people are so busy, they work so many jobs, and they don't know how to parent. So that's my specialty. But I've worked with suicidal adults, teenagers, adjudicated people. I've worked with divorced women, women who have gone through some trauma. I've worked with men who are widowers and now are raising children on their own. So it's just whatever life has thrown at you, whatever you're transitioning in, I can help you deal with that.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about the difference between coaching and counseling.
Oh, such a great question. I'm glad you asked it. Well, we all know that counselors have extensive degrees. You know, I had 12 years of college, so it takes a long time to become a counselor. But coaching, unfortunately, is an industry that hasn't been regulated yet. I have literally met 17 and 18-year-old people who say, I'm a coach. You know, you need I've had a tough life, so I can be a coach. Well, fortunately, they're starting to introduce specialized trainings for coaches, and I've been through 2 of them. So I am a certified professional coach, as a life coach, and also as a women's coach.
Wow.
And then you add to that my counseling background. Yeah. People are kind of getting both for the price of a coach.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Thanks.
Well, it sounds like, you just have so much to offer so many different people. And
Thank you.
And so it's just really great to have a resource like that, especially in our
Appreciate
community. So most importantly, because I'm sure some of these people are going to want to get a hold of you, how do we get a hold of you?
Well, the best way is my email.
Okay.
It is my name, so that would be KWROLS as in Sam, O N as in Nancy, @gmail.com. So kwrolson@gmail.com.
Perfect. We can put that in the comments
That'd
too.
be great.
So, yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, and welcome to Flagstaff.
Oh, I love this town. I just love it. It's beautiful. So thank you,
Excellent.
Sylvie.
Yes. Have a great Friday.